renamed from Mughal Gardens earlier. So big move there by the centre to rename Mughal Gardens to Amrit Udyan. This, remember, comes months after Rajpath was named to Kartavya Path. And several such decisions that have been taken by the centre in recent past to get over the colonial past. So a big decision there that was taken by the centre yesterday to rename the Mughal Gardens to Amrit Udyan. This, of course, months after Rajpath was named to Kartavya Path. In fact, even the naval flag with St. George's Cross was renamed to Chhatrapati Shivaji seal on the Navy flag. So several such decisions that have been taken by the centre in recent past to remove the colonial past history. And of course, in the latest move, the decision to rename the Mughal Gardens to Amrit Udyan. So there you have the visuals of President Draupadi Murmu doing a survey of the Amrit Udyan in the national capital. The opposition, remember, meanwhile, has been taking pot shots at the centre over its decision to rename the Mughal Gardens to Amrit Udyan. We'll just play out several such reactions that have been coming in from the opposition leaders to rename the Mughal Gardens to Amrit Udyan. Rashtrapati Bhavan is a home to rich variety of gardens, and President Draupadi Murmu has given a common name to the garden as Amrit Udyan to mark celebrations of 75 years of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So as a nation celebrates 75 years of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the President of the country, Draupadi Murmu, has given the name to the gardens as the Mughal Gardens earlier as Amrit Udyan. The gardens, remember, at Rashtrapati Bhavan also included a Mughal garden, which has now been renamed, of course. It would be open for public starting 31st of January. In fact, a statement that has also come in from Ajay Singh, press secretary to the president, who said that the collective identity of all the gardens at Rashtrapati Bhavan will be Amrit Udyan. We have a senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, also joining us. Abhishek, if you can give us your perspective on this decision by the centre to rename the garden. The opposition, of course, continues with the politics, questioning the move by the centre.
So first up, what has been done, Samiksha, you have to see what has happened today in the context of what has happened over the last few months, in fact, few years. So just about 6 months back, we had Rajpath being renamed as Kartavya Path, and we had before that APJ Abdul Kalam Road coming up in place of Aurangzeb Road, and then we had the Dalhousie Road in Delhi, all in Lutyens, Delhi, renamed as Dara Shikoh Road. So this renaming is essentially, insofar as the BJP, the ruling party, or the party in power is concerned, is seen as a project of rectifying certain aspects of history which were, according to them, had compromised the nationalist thought in public life. So this is in continuum with that. Remember, the Mughal Gardens inside the Rashtrapati Bhavan were not made by the Mughals or anyone associated with the Mughal dynasty, and hence are not community specific. It was about the design, and the design was called Mughal Garden, style of design. It was never called Mughal Garden per se, while subsequently it seems that people started calling it Mughal Garden. Essentially, this is possibly the first naming of the garden itself, where now it is going to be called Amrit Udyan in the spirit of the 75th year of independence. So that's really the context. About the opposition charge that this is a targeting of some community. We have seen, for example, Maulana Rashidi saying that this would lead to civil war. I think it's unfortunate. And remember, for example, that within the Rashtrapati Bhavan, same complex, same premises, there was a thinking hut, an addition made by our then President APJ Abdul Kalam, and which was subsequently removed in 2010, which was during the Congress-led UPA government. So it's not that changes do not happen, but insofar as the BJP's larger project of mainstreaming of nationalist thought, that gets reflected not just in this renaming. I mean, even the new projects, for example, getting an Ambedkar memorial in Delhi, Lutyens, Delhi, or for example, getting Sir Subhash Chandra Bose's statue, Netaji's statue, at the place which was called the King George's Canopy, and then the Statue of Unity, and marking the Ekta. There was getting in the Veerbal. There was to mark the martyrdom of the Sahibzades. So essentially, what we are seeing is Samiksha. This is a jousting happening between a narrative and a counter narrative. Till 2014, what used to be narrative is now becoming the counter narrative. But this should not be seen as specific to community, and that's the unfortunate bit by way of reactions coming in from the opposition.
Well, absolutely, Abhishek. Stay with us on that note. Let's listen into the reaction that has come in from Congress leader Rashid Alvi.
मुगल गार्डन अंग्रेज़ों ने मुगलों के बनाए हुए गार्डन्स की तर्ज पे बनाया था, इसलिए इसका नाम मुगल गार्डन रखा था। कश्मीर के अंदर कितने सारे गार्डन्स हैं जो मुगलों ने बनाए हैं, ये सब एक इतिहास है। आप नफ़रत की बुनियाद पे कोई राजनीति नहीं कर सकते, इतिहास के पन्नों को नहीं फाड़ सकते। मुगलों ने अच्छा काम किया हो या बुरा काम किया हो, वो सब इतिहास में लिखा है, आप उसे बदल नहीं सकते। आप अगर समझते हैं कि मुगल गार्डन का नाम बदल के इतिहास के इस पन्ने को फाड़ देंगे तो ये संभव नहीं है, ये नासमझी की बात है। लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी सड़कों के नाम बदलकर, शहरों के नाम बदलकर, अब गार्डन्स के नाम बदलकर ये समझती है यही विकास है। लेकिन मैं बड़े अदब से कहना चाहता हूँ, डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर सरकारें बदलती रहती हैं। अगली सरकार ने आके यही काम शुरू कर दिया, अपनी मर्जी के नाम बदलने लगे, और उसके बाद तीसरी सरकार आएगी, वो अपने नाम बदलने लगे। क्या होगा देश के अंदर? दुनिया हमारा मजाक बनाएगी।
All right, so there you heard Congress leader Rashid Alvi once again questioning Centre's decision to rename the Mughal Gardens to Amrit Udyan. This on the day when President Draupadi Murmu is inaugurating the gardens, which would be open for the public starting 31st of January.
Crackdown on women in Afghanistan continues to snatch their basic rights from them. Adding to its draconian law, Taliban doubled down on their ban on women's education, reinforcing in a message to private universities that Afghan women are barred from taking university entry exams. The note comes despite weeks of condemnation and lobbying by the international community for a reversal on measures restricting women's freedom, including 2 back-to-back visits this month by several senior UN officials. The Taliban barred women from private and public universities last month. The Higher Education Minister in the Taliban-run government has maintained that the ban is necessary to prevent the mixing of genders in universities. Earlier, Taliban made similar promises about middle school and high school access for girls, saying classes would resume for them once technical issues around uniforms and transport were sorted out. But women in Afghanistan remain shut out of classrooms beyond 6th grade. In a letter, Taliban warned that women could not take the entry test for bachelor, master's and doctorate levels, and that if any university disobeys the edict, legal action will be taken against the violator. Earlier this week, UN officials visited Afghanistan following last week's visit by a delegation led by the UN's highest-ranking woman officer. The visits had the same aim to try and reverse the Taliban's crackdown on women and girls, including their ban on Afghan women working for national and global humanitarian organizations. Agency Report, Republic TV.
A very short break. On the other side, we'll continue to get you the top stories. Big move by NIA Hurriyat office in Srinagar now shut. External Affairs Minister gives it back, hits out at Western media over Hindu nationalist government narrative.
Amrit has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amrit University.
Delhi, we have seen the merciless and the careless driving 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the two victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim to 350 meters. This entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई? टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई टाटरा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर टाटरा बिक रहा था। इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी। प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे, और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे, तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे। बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर। तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं, शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटरा। उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई।
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है। प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है, उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं। 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं, हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है।
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Delhi, we have seen the merciless and the careless driving 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the two victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim to 350 meters. This entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई? टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई टाटरा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर टाटरा बिक रहा था। इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी। प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे, और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे, तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे। बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर। तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं, शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटरा। उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई।
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके drones attack an Iranian defense factory in central city of Iran overnight. According to the reports, 3 drones were shot by the Iranian air defenses. However, the ministry did not state who was suspected of carrying out the attack. Separately, a fire broke out at an oil refinery in an industrial zone near the northwestern city of Tabriz in Iran. The cause of the fire is not yet known, as it showed footage of firefighters trying to extinguish the blaze. Remember, Iran and Israel have long been engaged in a shadow war that has included attacks on Iranian military and nuclear facilities. Meanwhile, an investigation has been launched to probe into the cause of the fire. Agency report, Republic TV.
Slipping into a very short break, on the other side we'll get you the latest from across the globe. Shares Republic gets new president.
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई? टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई टाटरा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर। टाटरा बिक रहा था, इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी। प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे। और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे, तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे। बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर। तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं, शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटरा। उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई।
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है। प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है, उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं। 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं, हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है।
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Delhi, we are seeing the merciless and the careless driving 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the 2 victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim to 350 meters. This entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई? टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई तात्रा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर। टाटरा बिक रहा था, इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी। प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे। और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे, तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे। बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर। तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं, शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटरा। उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई।
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है। प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है, उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं। 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं, हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है।
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with. Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Viewers, we're live and breaking this Sunday afternoon. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the latest on India's #1 news channel, Republic TV. Let's have a look at the headlines we're tracking right now. Mughal Gardens renamed as Amrit Udyan. President Murmu opens the renamed park.
तो ये जिस तरह के नामकरण की राजनीति चल रही है, ये देश के लिए अच्छी नहीं है। और आने वाले टाइम में आप देखिए, देश उस कगार पे खड़ा हो जाएगा, जाकर अंदर के लोगों में ही युद्ध शुरू हो जाएगा। जैसे आपने देखा श्रीलंका में क्या हाल हुआ है और सबको छोड़कर भागना पड़ा, उस तरह की स्थिति यहाँ उत्पन्न हो जाएगी।
Political face-off over renaming of Mughal Gardens. Opposition hits out, calls it appeasement. Big move by NIA. Hurriyat office in Srinagar shut down.
next time in a foreign newspaper, because they always, foreign newspaper, they like using words like Hindu nationalist government.
External Affairs Minister gives it back, hits out at Western media over Hindu nationalist government narrative. Czech Republic gets new president. Former NATO boss elected as Czech Republic president. Viewers, let's go straight to the top story we're getting for you right now. Some breaking updates coming in. Rampage of criminals with guns in the Nazirganj area of Havra district. Several youth of the area were beaten up, I repeat, beaten up, which was caught on the exclusive CCTV footage that Republic TV has accessed. Some people have also been detained after checking the CCTV footage. Panic stricken in the entire area. Panic in the entire area. Now, this is a story coming in from West Bengal, viewers. Breaking update coming in from West Bengal, where we are seeing the rampage of criminals with guns. I repeat, these criminals are armed, they have guns, and this is happening and coming from the Havra district. Now, what we know so far that many youth of the area were beaten up, that was caught on the exclusive CCTV footage. Some people have been detained after checking the CCTV footage. The panic in the entire area as well. Getting these updates coming in right now here on Republic TV. And Kishore is joining us. Kishore joined us live from the Republic Bangla newsroom. A very good afternoon to you, Kishore. We are seeing hooliganism on tape coming in from West Bengal. Take us to the details.
Well, exactly, Shivangi. These visuals, shocking visuals of goons having guns in their hand, sticks in their hand, and running all over Howrah in this particular area of Nazimganj. The alleged theory is that there are two factions of the Trinamool Congress, and particularly in this particular area, there is a particular goon who the opposition is alleging is a TMC leader as well, Guddu Khan, and he is running this rampage, this hooliganism in that particular area, and he is doing this with his men against another faction of the Trinamool Congress. That is what we are getting to know from our sources. Now, when we spoke to Minister Arup Rai, he is one of the strongman, TMC strongman of that particular area. Our news editor, our senior editor, Shubhranshu Chatterjee spoke to him, and he was asked that why you were seen in several photographs close with this person, Guddu Khan, who is running rampage in your area, running with guns and sticks. So he replied that I don't know him. He came near me and took photographs. That's the answer he has to give. That's the answer the minister has to give, who has photographs with this particular goon, with this particular hooligan who is running this rampage, and the visuals are clearly shocking. The visuals, we can see one particular man is attacked. That man is also from Trinamool Congress. A few days ago, a particular Trinamool leader, Trinamool Congress leader, was shot dead in this area, and now again his family is being attacked. That is the allegation. That is what we are getting to know from our sources. So this particular Trinamool Congress leader's family members are being attacked. His men are being attacked. His name is Waizul Khan, who was shot dead about a few months ago. This Waizul Khan was from a faction against this particular Guddu Khan, about whom I was talking about. And this Guddu Khan again is very close to Arup Rai, state minister, and a minister close to Mamata Banerjee as well. So the whole story, when we took it to the minister, he was unable to answer our questions. He was unable to answer why he was so close. He was photographed so close with this hooligan, who is now running with a gun in his hand, with his sticks and all his men running a rampage in that area, attacking other Trinamool Congress workers. That is what we are knowing from our sources, and the visuals are on the screen for our viewers. Shivangi.
Absolutely, Kishore, and just take our viewers through exactly what's happening in that area, because we know after this incident, there's a huge rampage of these criminals and they're holding weapons. We know that we're getting to know that there's some panic in the area as well. The panic in the area, the people are scared after this kind of incident has taken place. What update do we have on that?
Well, Shivangi, when we were reporting from that area, people were really scared. They saw these goons running all over the place, and some of these goons have been apprehended, including that Trinamool Congress leader, Guddu Khan, who is the person who is behind all this, according to our local sources, according to the people there, and that person is also apprehended. But still, though he is apprehended, though these men are apprehended, though they are in police custody, with the police now, but the question is that these hundreds of men who came there with sticks, with rods, iron rods, with guns, now if this situation arises again, if they attack again, then who will be protecting them? Because clearly in the visuals, there is no policeman. Though there are hundreds of goons running wild in that whole area, there is no policeman. One person is being bitten, there is no security. So the locals are asking, what will happen if this happens again? Who will protect us? We have spoken to the authorities, we have spoken to the minister. No one has a clear answer about how in one of the important parts of this city of Kolkata, Howrah is just nearby Kolkata, it's also a city, how hundreds of goons can run with an open gun in their hand, with sticks in their hand, and start beating one person and start to break doors of one particular house, and there is no police in that area. How this can go on, and how that same person can have close photographs with one state minister, and then no one has answer. Shivangi.
All right, Kishanay, thank you for joining us with all the details. Kishanay getting us top updates on this breaking update coming in from West Bengal. Kishanay, keep us ahead on the story as any new information comes in. Let's move ahead, viewers, to some other news coming in. Now, what we know so far is that during the hearing in the court on the bail plea of Hinduist organization activists, including Bajrang Dal leader Tannu Sharma, a suspected woman was caught secretly making a video. In fact, multiple videos. Caught in the court. The woman had reached the court posing as a lawyer. During the hearing, the lawyers caught her making the video. The woman first told herself to be a lawyer, later said that she had come on the behest of Noor Jahan Khan. All right, viewers, getting that story for you. And in fact, you can see the visuals coming in as well. Now, this particular woman who was making the video in court, she has been arrested. And that's the visuals of that story that on your screens right now, where we are learning that in this incident, which transpired in Indore, has come to light, where a woman was caught secretly making videos, and she was caught in the court red-handed. The lawyers who were around, they caught her making the video. First, the woman said she was a lawyer. Later, she said she had come on the behest of Noor Jahan Khan. Some reactions coming in, viewers. Let's play them out.
आज जिला न्यायालय में सेशन कोर्ट में एक महत्वपूर्ण मामले की पैरवी के दौरान एक महिला जो कि अभिभाषक के रूप में वहां उपस्थित थी, जो कि संपूर्ण प्रोसीडिंग की वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग कर रही थी, जिस पे शंका होने पे मैंने और मेरे साथियों द्वारा उसे न्यायालय परिसर से बाहर ले जाकर उससे पूछताछ करी, जिसमें उसने बताया कि वो अपने सीनियर के कहने पर संपूर्ण मामले की रिकॉर्डिंग कर रही है, जिस पर हमें शंका हुई। हमने उसका ID कार्ड वगैरह चेक करा, जिसमें प्रथम दृष्टया तो वो फर्जी ही दिखा, जिस पर हमने बार को फोन लगा, जिसमें अध्यक्ष वगैरह को फोन लगाकर हमने वहां बुलाया, जिसमें महिला अभिभाषक को द्वारा उसकी पूछताछ करने पर उसने बताया कि वो ये रिकॉर्डिंग अपने सीनियर को प्रोवाइड करती है, जो कि किसी संस्था को वो वीडियो सभी डॉक्यूमेंट के साथ भेज देती है। जिसके बाद हमने उसे बाहर में ले जाकर पूछताछ करी, और जिसमें उसने बताया कि वो हिंदू मुस्लिम रिलेटेड संपूर्ण मामलों में पैरवी करती है।
रूम नंबर 42 में जब तन्नू शर्मा एवं उनके साथियों की सुनवाई चल रही थी, उस समय सोनू मंसूरी नाम की लड़की बिना अनुमति के कोर्ट में वीडियो बना रही थी। उसका परिचय पत्र भी फर्जी था। पुलिस ने उसको पकड़ी और उसके जेब से लाखों रुपए भी प्राप्त हुए। इससे निश्चित ही यह संदेह होता है कि ये कोई बहुत बड़े षड्यंत्र का हिस्सा है, और किसी सुनियोजित षड्यंत्र के तहत ही वो कोर्ट के रूम में बिना अनुमति के इतनी बड़ी राशि लेकर के घुसी।
All right, viewers, let's go straight to Satya Vijay is joining us. Satya Vijay, now we have got exclusive visuals. Now, do we know any details that who this woman is? We know that she had come on the behest of Noor Jahan Khan. Any of the details on her, who she is, why was she in court, and why was she secretly recording the court proceedings?
मध्य प्रदेश के इंदौर से ये बड़ा घटनाक्रम सामने आया है, जहां पर कि एक संदिग्ध महिला को कोर्ट परिसर के अंदर, जब कोर्ट के अंदर हेयरिंग चल रही थी, उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग करते वकीलों ने पकड़ा। और जब वकीलों ने इस महिला को पकड़ा तो इसने पूछताछ में कई बड़े खुलासे किए और कई एंगल्स पर पुलिस भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है। जो स्क्रीन पर टेलीविजन पर हम जो महिला दिख रही है, चश्मा लगाए हुई ये लड़की है, ये वकील नहीं है, लेकिन फेक कार्ड से ये कोर्ट परिसर के अंदर थी, जहां पर कि हिंदूवादी संगठन के नेता की जमानत पर सुनवाई चल रही थी। और उस दौरान ये कोर्ट प्रोसीजर की हेयरिंग जो है उसको रिकॉर्ड कर रही थी। और इसी के बाद वकीलों ने इसे पकड़ा। जब इस महिला को पकड़ के पूछताछ की तो इसके पास से करीब 1,26,000 से ज्यादा का कैश मिला है। और वकीलों का ऐसा दावा है, और एफआईआर कॉपी एफआईआर जो दर्ज की है पुलिस ने, उसमें भी इस चीज का जिक्र किया गया है कि ये जो महिला है ये अपनी सीनियर के कहने पर पीएफआई और पीस पार्टी के लिए ये वीडियो बना रही थी। और इसका ये पूछताछ में इसने ये बताया कि पीएफआई जैसे संगठन को ये वो वीडियो बनाकर भेजती थी। क्योंकि इंदौर में पठान मूवी के विरोध के दौरान कुछ विवादित नारे लगे थे, जिसके चलते हिंदूवादी संगठन के नेता बजरंग दल के संयोजक तन्नू शर्मा को गिरफ्तार किया गया था और उसकी जमानत पर सुनवाई चल रही थी। और इसी सुनवाई को ये रिकॉर्ड कर रही थी। और वकीलों ने जब इसे पकड़ लिया तो उसके बाद इस महिला ने पहले तो गुमराह करने की कोशिश की, बाद में इसने बताया कि ये एक सीनियर वकील के कहने पर ये सब कर रही थी। और इसने ये सब इसलिए किया क्योंकि इन सब वीडियोस को और ये जो डॉक्यूमेंट है जो कोर्ट में सुनवाई हो रही है, जिरह हो रही है, उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग पीएफआई जो कि देश में प्रतिबंधित संगठन हो चुका है, उसे भेजने के लिए सब किया गया था। और बदले में इसने पैसे लिए थे। और जब इसकी तलाशी ली गई तो 1,26,000 रुपए इसके पास से कैश मिला भी है। अब इंदौर पुलिस का ये कहना है कि मामला काफी सेंसिटिव है, क्योंककि कोर्ट परिसर में जज के सामने जब सुनवाई होती है तो बिना परमिशन के इस तरह की रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं की जा सकती। खासकर ये जो लड़की है, इस लड़की से पूछताछ में वकीलों ने जो प्रकरण दर्ज करवाया उसमें ये भी लिखवाया है कि ये अधिकांश ऐसे मामले जो सेंसिटिव होते हैं, हिंदू मुस्लिम से जुड़े होते हैं, उसमें रिकॉर्डिंग ये इस तरह से करती थी।
All right, Satya Vijay, thank you for getting us all the details. This story coming in from Indore, where a suspected woman, the suspect has been arrested. She was caught recording a video in court. Viewers, we are live and breaking this Sunday afternoon. Much more coming up on the other side. Big move by NIA. Hurriyat office in Srinagar now shut. Plus, Czech Republic gets a new president. Former NATO boss elected as Czech Republic president. Stay tuned to India's #1 news channel, Republic TV.
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है। प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं। 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं, हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है।
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Delhi, we are seeing the merciless and the careless driving. 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the two victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim till 350 meters. The entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई? टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई तात्रा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर टाटरा बिक रहा था. इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी. प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे. और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे? तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे. बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था. इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर. तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं? शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटरा. उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई.
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है. प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं. 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं. हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है.
Egypt. Their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
We are seeing the merciless and the careless driving 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the 2 victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim till 350 meters. The entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई? टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई तात्रा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर टाटरा बिक रहा था. इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी. प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे. और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे? तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे. बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था. इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर. तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं? शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटरा. उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई.
Egypt. Their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Getting some breaking updates coming in right now. Apparently, a passenger attempted to open the emergency door of Indigo's Nagpur Mumbai flight once it landed. According to the aviation, sources say the incident is of 24th Jan. After the flight landed in Mumbai at around 12:30 to 1 p.m., indicators showed that a passenger attempted to open the emergency door. Of course, now we know that the case has been registered against the passenger. The case has been registered at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport police station. All right, viewers, getting this breaking update coming in where we are coming to know that an attempt was made to open the emergency door of an Indigo flight. This is a Nagpur to Mumbai flight and this incident happened on 24th Jan. All right, Alisha is joining us live. Alisha, just take our viewers through exactly what we know so far because somebody trying to open the emergency door of a flight when it is not required is definitely a very scary thing to happen. What details are we learning?
Well, Shivangi, according to the officials, this incident took place on 24th of January at around the 12:30 and 1 p.m. After the flight landed in Mumbai. So this is a case that has also been registered. The emergency door of Indigo's Nagpur Mumbai flight, and once it landed, there was an indicator showed that the passenger is attempting to open the emergency door, after which a few members ran towards the door and noticed that the cover of the handle of the emergency door was removed by the passenger. The same incident has been reported to the police, and the police has already registered the case against the passenger. But moreover, the police is going to record the statement of the crew members before taking any action against the passenger.
All right, thank you, Alicia, for getting us all the details. So, one more scare at an Indigo flight, and we know that a case has been registered. The alleged accused right now, of course, there's a case registered against him at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport Police Station. Thank you, Alicia, for getting us those details. We continue to get you top updates coming up on the other side. Political face-off over the renaming of the Mughal Garden. Opposition hits out, calls it appeasement. Stay tuned.
Delhi, we have seen the merciless and the careless driving 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the two victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim till 350 meters. The entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera, and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई?
टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई तात्रा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर टाटरा बिक रहा था। इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी। प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे, और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे, तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे। बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर। तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं, शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटा। उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई।
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है। प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है, उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं। 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं, हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है।
Egypt. Their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Delhi, we have seen the merciless and the careless driving 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the 2 victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim till 350 meters. The entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera, and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई?
टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई तात्रा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर टाटरा बिक रहा था। इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी। प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे, और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे, तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे। बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर। तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं, शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटा। उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई।
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है। प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है, उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं। 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं, हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है।
Egypt. their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Delhi, we have seen the merciless and the careless driving 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the two victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim to 350 meters. This entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है। प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं। 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं, हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है।
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Delhi, we have seen the merciless and the careless driving 27th of January at around 2:57 a.m. in the morning when the two victims were coming back from their manufacturing factory via their scooty. They were hit by a Tata Zest. The accused were driving very fast. They were under the influence of alcohol. The driver didn't stop the vehicle and they dragged the scooty and the victim to 350 meters. This entire incident got captured in the CCTV camera and 5 accused who have been arrested in this entire incident.
सर, टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई?
टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई तात्रा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर तात्रा बिक रहा था। इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी। प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे। और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे? तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे। बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर। तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं? शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटा। उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई।
मध्य प्रदेश के मुरैना में पहाड़गढ़ इलाके में मानपुर एक गांव है, उस इलाके में 2 प्लेन क्रैश होने की जानकारी आई है। प्लेन है जो क्रैश हुआ है, जो रक्षा सूत्रों के मुताबिक जो जानकारी निकलकर सामने आ रही है उसमें सुखोई 30 और मिराज 2000 विमान ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुए हैं। 2 पायलट जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं, हालांकि वो बचाव दल को मिल गए हैं, ऐसा एसपी आशुतोष बागरी ने कंफर्म किया है।
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Delhi, we have seen the merciless and the careless driving.
Thanks for tuning in this Sunday afternoon. We are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Let's get started with the top headlines this Sunday afternoon. Mughal Gardens renamed as Amrit Udyan. President Draupadi Murmu opens renamed park.
तो ये जिस तरह के नामकरण की राजनीति चल रही है, ये देश के लिए अच्छी नहीं है। और आने वाले टाइम में आप देखिए, देश उस कगार पे खड़ा हो जाएगा, जाकर अंदर के लोगों में ही युद्ध शुरू हो जाएगा। जैसे आपने देखा श्रीलंका में क्या हाल हुआ है, और सबको छोड़कर भागना पड़ा। उस तरह की स्थिति यहाँ उत्पन्न हो जाएगी।
Political face-off over renaming of Mughal Garden. Opposition hits out, calls it appeasement by centre. Big move by the NIA Hurriyat office in Srinagar sealed.
If you read next time in a foreign newspaper, because they always, foreign newspapers, they like using words like Hindu nationalist government.
External Affairs Minister gives it back, hits out at Western media propaganda over Hindu nationalist government narrative. Shares Republic gets new president, former NATO boss elected as Shares Republic president. Thanks for tuning in this Sunday afternoon. We start with Newsbreak coming in from Indore, where black box has been recovered after the aircraft crash was reported yesterday. So that's the latest coming in. The black box of Mirage 2000 and a part of the flight data recorder of Sukhoi 30 MKI jet, which crashed in MP's Morena district on Saturday, has been found from the wreckage site. In fact, the two frontline combat aircraft of the IAF crashed during a training mission in Morena on Saturday, resulting in death of a wing commander, while two other pilots ejected safely. So the latest, of course, coming in that the black box of two fighter jets have now been recovered. The visuals there from the crash site. We'll go across to Piyush as well, who's there in Morena, getting us all the latest on what has been probed as far as this crash is concerned. But remember, a black box that has been found is an electronic recording device placed in an aircraft and helps in investigation of the flight accidents. So very crucial for the officials there to find out as to what really transpired on Saturday, which resulted in the aircraft crash with the black box having been discovered, which would help in finding the reason for the flight accident. So the black box of the Mirage aircraft has been found from the wreckage in Morena district. Part of the Sukhoi aircraft black box has been found, and the remaining part of the recorder might have fallen in Bharatpur. Now this is what the superintendent of police of the area has said. Also adding that the IAF police and other departments are searching for the remaining part of the Sukhoi aircraft recorder. Piyush joining us live from the crash site. Piyush, if you can help us understand what has been found by the officials as of now from the crash site. Black box, of course, has been found, but very crucial for the officials to find out as to what really transpired, resulting in that crash which happened on Saturday.
Well, Samiksha, that's the latest update which we are right now getting, is that the black box for both the aircraft have now been recovered by the officials. Remember that throughout the night, search operations have been conducted by the officials of Indian Air Force, and now media has been asked not to go that particular crash site as more investigations are going on. The entire area has been cordoned off, and Indian Air Force officials have told us that because of the sensitivity of the area, nobody is allowed to go beyond a point, and that is why the entire area has been completely covered. If you talk about this black box, now during the course of inquiry, the officials will be able to know the exact reason of the crash, though there are some reasons, those are being told by few officials, where they are saying that it could be because of a mid-air collision or because of hitting a bird, and there are multiple factors which led to this crash of both the aircraft. But the biggest reason which is being set is the mid-air collision, and it is being ascertained because the debris, the wreckage of both the aircraft fell not far from each other. The wreckage of Mirage 2000 fell in Morena district of Uttar Pradesh, and of Sukhoi 30 was found there at Bharatpur. So looking at the distance between both the locations, now it is being said that it is because of the mid-air collision. Now we'll have to wait and watch how the investigation further proceeds. But yes, after the recovery of black box, black box, the officials would now be able to ascertain the exact reason of this crash. If you talk about this entire incident, remember that it took place yesterday when both the aircraft had taken off from the Gwalior Air Base, and they were in fact, the pilots were in fact taking a training, rigorous training through which every pilot goes through before they get inducted. What we are also learning is that out of these 3 pilots, 2 were safely ejected, but 1 lost his life. The investigations are now going on. We'll have to wait and watch how what is the conclusion of this entire investigation. But latest what we are learning is that the black box has been found, and with the help of this, the officials will be able to ascertain the exact reason of this crash.
Just stay with us. Let's once again take a look at that exclusive report you filed from the wreckage site just a short while back.
Republic TV is right now filing this report from the same forest area of Pahargarh, Morena in Madhya Pradesh district, where the wreckage of Mirage 2000 can be seen. Right now, we can clearly see as to how the officers from Indian Air Force are present there at the spot. The entire area has been completely cordoned off. The local police officers have been deployed. Indian Air Force officials are right now there at the spot where the wreckage is there. Remember that yesterday at around 9:55 a.m. this crash had taken place. There were 2 different Indian Air Force fighter jets that had taken off from Gwalior Air Base. They crashed separately at Bharatpur in Rajasthan and Morena, Madhya Pradesh on Saturday morning, in which 1 pilot also died. Now, the sources in Indian Air Force have told us that there is a possibility that there was a mid-air collision between the Mirage 2000 and Sukhoi 30, given that the 2 aircraft crashed at the same time at sites not very far from each other. But sources have also told us that there is no official confirmation of this. In fact, the sources have also informed us that a court of inquiry will establish the exact reason. Right now, we are showing you the pictures of the wreckage of Mirage 2000. What we are also learning is that the pilot who was flying this aircraft died, and the 2 other pilots whose aircraft had crashed there in Bharatpur, they ejected safely. Remember that on 1 command, both the pilots ejected safely. This is what we are now given to understand. The pilot who has been killed has been identified as Wing Commander Hanmant Rao Sarathi, and he was in Mirage 2000 jet that crashed here in Morena. The 2 pilots of Sukhoi MKI, which crashed in Bharatpur, they managed to eject safely, and that's the information which we are now given to understand.
All right, to a news break coming in from Odisha, where we're given to understand that the State Health Minister Naba Das sustained injuries after being shot at by some unidentified miscreants near the Gandhi Chakarnagar in the Jharsuguda district on Sunday, which is this morning. The incident occurred when the minister Naba Das was on his way to attend a program. In fact, sources even saying that unidentified miscreants opened fire at Naba Das after he stepped out of his vehicle. So the exact reason behind the firing is still not known, but following the incident, the state minister Naba Das was rushed to the hospital. Tensions, of course, continue to prevail in the area after the BJD activists also staged a protest following the firing incident. So that's the latest that is coming in. Tension still in the area after Odisha Health Minister Naba Das was shot at. We're given to understand that he sustained injuries. He's being treated at a hospital, but BJD activists who staged a protest after the firing took place. We do not yet know who those miscreants were who fired at the Odisha Health Minister. But this news that came in early this morning of the State Health Minister, Odisha Health Minister, who was shot at by unidentified miscreants. So Nobo Das, who was shot at by unidentified miscreants early this morning. The reason of the firing is not yet known, but this incident happened in the Jharsuguda district of Odisha. Nobo Das, who was shot at by unidentified miscreants. It's been said that he's grievously injured. He's currently being treated at a hospital. Remember, Nobo Das is a key BJD leader, and firing at him takes place just ahead of 2024 elections is certainly a matter of grave concern, as Odisha has a history of witnessing violence during polls. So those are some of the details that are just trickling in. So BJD leader and senior, Odisha Health Minister Nobu Das was shot at by unidentified miscreants. Remember, he was recently in news as well after he reportedly donated amount worth 1 crore rupees to a temple in Maharashtra. So the first visuals on your screens right now of Odisha Health Minister Nobu Das, who was shot at early this morning by unknown miscreants. We do not yet know who those miscreants were, but tensions continue to prevail in the location, and we're given to understand that several of the BJD leaders also staged a protest following that firing incident which happened in Odisha's Jharsuguda district this morning. The incident has, of course, raised several questions on the security lapse, as police escort was also provided to Nobu Das, who was scheduled to attend a mega program. So while the state health minister was scheduled to attend a mega program, while he was just getting out of his vehicle, he was shot at by unidentified miscreants, and this even as while he was escorted by a police official. So those are some of the details that are just coming in. This incident, we're given to understand, happened early this morning in the Jharsuguda district of Odisha, and this while Nobu Das was on his way to attend a state program. The firing happened just when he was stepping out of his vehicle. Also remember, he was recently in news after he donated gold amounting to over 1 crore rupees to a temple in Maharashtra, which is one of the famous shrines in the country. So those are some of the details that are just trickling in. We do not yet know what exactly was the reason why he was shot at by those miscreants, but absolutely shocking, this attack on the state health minister of Odisha by miscreants. In fact, BJD activists also staged a dharna following the firing incident which happened in the area. Tensions continue to prevail at the location. It is even being suspected that the firing was pre-planned, as a minister was allegedly shot at from a close range. So he was shot at point blank range. Seems like a pre-planned firing which happened as per sources. The incident has, of course, raised serious questions on the security lapse, as the state health minister was escorted by a police official. This happened while he was to attend a mega program in the state. The incident happening at Odisha's Jharsuguda district this morning. We'll try and get more details from our reporters, but just to give a recap of what is known so far, absolutely shocking news that is just trickling in of how State Health Minister Nobu Das was shot at by unknown miscreants early this morning. Those are the first visuals also coming in. The miscreants have not yet been identified. The motive remains unclear as of now. Remember, it has raised several questions on the security lapse, as the state health minister was escorted by a police official. Well, those are the first visuals also coming in of the state health minister who's injured, being taken to the hospital while he was shot at point blank range. While he was stepping out of his vehicle, he was scheduled to attend a program in the state. He was shot at by unknown miscreants. While the investigation is being carried out, the police has said that it seems like a pre-planned conspiracy. So pre-planned attack which happened at the state health minister. We have our executive editor Niranjan also joining us. Niranjan, if you can once again give us a recap of what is known so far. Absolutely shocking and horrific. The first visuals also coming in of the attack on the state health minister.
Well, the biggest breaking news update that we're getting is that he's been shot at, and that too by a police officer. Minister was shot at by a police officer is what we are hearing. We are just waiting to get details, from the media, and we are picking up some details from the media in Odisha, and we are hearing that it was a policeman who shot him. It was a police officer, a sub-inspector is what we are hearing. We are waiting for more visuals. We have all the visuals on Republic TV. I'm just waiting to play those visuals. And anytime now we should be waiting, we should be able to get the visuals. We have the visuals on Republic TV. I'm just going to play those visuals out, the full sequence of events as it happened. And this is a still picture. We're just treating those pictures because the visuals are gory. You can see that the minister, perhaps during a rally or a road show, he's trying to enter the car. And as he's trying to enter the car, he's perhaps shot at. And these are the first pictures coming in, first pictures on Republic TV, exclusive pictures that we've accessed via our partners in Odisha. And the shootout we are hearing happened around 40-45 minutes ago. This is Odisha's Health Minister Naba Kishore Das. And from the details that we're picking up, he was shot at by a police assistant sub-inspector, an ASI rank officer who shot at this minister. And the police has gone on record to confirm that it was an ASI involved in the firing. We are waiting for more details. This is Odisha Health Minister Naba Das. He was shot at in Jharsuguda. And we're just picking up more details. Just bear with me because we're also trying to get Odisha TV live. We're calling up the Odisha TV newsroom to get them live with us right now. And we should be able to get them live in a few minutes from now. And Odisha TV, that is OTV in Odisha, which is one of the leading broadcasters there, is getting in all the details. And the assistant sub-inspector, we have the details of the assistant sub-inspector as well. His name is Gopal Das. I repeat, his name is Gopal Das. And I'm just picking up the details as of this minute. And details of why he was shot at is unknown. But we can confirm to you that it was indeed a police officer who shot at this minister of the Odisha police force. We don't have the details of which station he was affiliated with. But what I can confirm to you is that the assistant sub-inspector, identified as Gopal Das, was posted at Gandhi Chak. The assistant sub-inspector Gopal Das fired at the minister Naba Das from his revolver. I can confirm to you, these are details coming in, that the minister Naba Das was fired at by Gopal Das. And this is the, I have more details, in fact I'm picking up more details. This is the Brajraj Nagar SDPO Gupteshwar boy, who's gone on record to give details of the attack. The assistant sub-inspector, identified as Gopal Das, was posted at Gandhi Chak. He fired at Minister Naba Das. We don't have details of why he fired. The exact reason about why the ASI fired at the minister is not known. The concerned official, the policeman has now been arrested. I repeat, the policeman has now been arrested. I can confirm to you that the police officer, the assistant sub-inspector, has been arrested. And so the media in Odisha, OTV, reporting that the SDPO has said on record that there is no details available on why he opened fire. Earlier, the Odisha Health Minister and senior BJD leader, this is a senior BJD leader from the Naveen Patnaik government, Naba Das, was injured after he was shot at. This is near Brajraj Nagar's Gandhi Chak, and this is in Jharsuguda. And some more details that we're picking up, of this incident. The minister was on his way to attend a program when the firing incident was reported. The attack itself has raised serious questions on the security measures, as police escort was also provided to Naba Das, who was scheduled to attend a big program. The motivation for the attack, reason why this minister was shot at, we don't know. His condition is believed to be critical. And he's been rushed to the hospital. Not much more known. There are several videos emerging, several videos of the police on the spot before and after the incident. So I'll try and show, we'll try and show on Republic TV as many visuals as we possibly can, because the video shows that the minister was in the middle of a program, he was perhaps on a road show. We don't have the exact details of the program, but he was coordinating perhaps, and the visuals also showing that even though there was a huge police presence there, the motivation for the attack is not known. But the visuals showing that he was immediately after the gunshots were fired, he was put back in the car and he was rushed away from the site. And some of the visuals are emerging also showing that there are blood stains on the road, which perhaps tell you that he was on the road. He was not inside the car when firing took place. He was on the road when bullets were fired, and in the middle of a program. Because you can see also in the visuals that are coming in that there are flowers, etc., on the road. which indicate that perhaps he was in the middle of a program. And some more pictures showing that he's been rushed to a hospital. There are visuals that show he's been brought to the hospital. Visuals of aftermath, visuals of him being brought to the hospital, visuals of, I think Manoranjan Das of OTV is joining us. Manoranjan, नमस्कार. अब मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है? निरंजन बात कर रहा हूँ. मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है आपको?
हाँ निरंजन, मेरे को सुनाई दे रहा है.
ये क्या हुआ था यहाँ पे? ये पुलिसमैन जो है फायरिंग क्यों हुआ? हमारे पास डिटेल्स क्या है अभी?
अभी तक जो डिटेल दी है, जो गांधी चौक में है, वो एएसआई वहाँ डेपुट था. वहाँ एएसआई गांधी चौक का जो आउटपोस्ट है उसका इंचार्ज था जो एएसआई गोपाल दास. अब जब मिनिस्टर यू वाज गोइंग टू अटेंड पार्टी मीटिंग इन द मिडेस्ट ऑफ द वे, द गांधी चौक में क्या हुआ, एएसआई ने उनको गोली ब्लैंक फायरिंग हुआ है. जो अभी तक पता चला है, जो एसडीपीओ जो ऑलरेडी प्रोक्लेम दैट कि एएसआई ने उसको गोली किया है, ब्लैंक फायर किया है. 4 से 5 राउंड का ब्लैंक फायर हुआ है. अभी सीरियस कंडीशन में झारसुगुड़ा हॉस्पिटल में उसको एडमिट किया गया है मंत्री नवदास को. लेकिन अभी कहा नहीं जाता है कंडीशन क्या है. द डॉक्टर्स आर नॉट रिवेलिंग एक्चुअली मिनिस्टर का कंडीशन कैसा है. लेकिन अभी वहाँ थोड़ा टेंशन है, पुलिस फोर्स डिप्लॉय है, लेकिन हॉस्पिटल के ओटी के अंदर है मिनिस्टर सीरियस कंडीशन में. और अभी एसडीपीओ ने प्रोक्लेम किया है, डिक्लेयर किया है कि एएसआई गोपाल दास ने ही गोली मारा है, ब्लैंक फायर किया है. 4 से 5 राउंड गोली उनका सर्विस रिवॉल्वर से निकला है. बस वही इंफॉर्मेशन अभी तक जा है.
ये कौन था, ये जो पुलिस ऑफिसर ने जो फायर किया था, इनका डिटेल्स हमें क्या पता है अभी?
डिटेल है वही झारसुगुड़ा टाउन में ही एक गांधी चौक है जहाँ एक आउटपोस्ट है. आउटपोस्ट का इंचार्ज है गोपाल दास. अभी जहाँ एसडीपीओ ने ब्रजराज नगर का वहाँ लोकल एसडीपीओ ने ये रिवील किया है कि एएसआई ही ब्लैंक फायर किया है. एएसआई मिनिस्टर जब जा रहे थे उनके पार्टी मीटिंग अटेंड करने के लिए, ऑन दी वे वो ब्लैंक फायर किया है. 4 से 5 राउंड सर्विस रिवॉल्वर से निकला है, गोली फायर हुआ है. तो मिनिस्टर को सीरियस कंडीशन से वहाँ ही हॉस्पिटल ले गया है. हॉस्पिटल के अंदर है शायद, जहाँ अभी इंफॉर्मेशन मिला है ओटी के अंदर है, सीरियस कंडीशन में है. और डॉक्टर ने अभी स्टेटमेंट नहीं आया है, कोई मेडिकल बुलेटिन नहीं आया है कि कंडीशन क्या है मिनिस्टर का. लेकिन ये तो पता चल गया है, ये कंफर्म हो गया है, एसडीपीओ ने कंफर्मेशन दे दिया है कि एएसआई ने ही ब्लैंक फायर किया है. 4 से 5 राउंड उनका सर्विस रिवॉल्वर से ही फायर किया है. और जो एएसआई है उनका नाम है गोपाल दास. वो गांधी जो आउटपोस्ट है, गांधी चौक आउटपोस्ट है, इज द इंचार्ज ऑफ द गांधी चौक आउटपोस्ट.
He's in charge. ये accidental, ये हमें क्या पता है? Was it an accidental firing? Was it intentional firing? Was it aimed to kill? कुछ डिटेल्स पता है हमें अभी इस मोमेंट?
अभी तक जो इंफॉर्मेशन आया है, ये तो एक्सीडेंटल फायरिंग नहीं है. इंटेंशनल फायरिंग है या नहीं, किस लिए वो फायरिंग हुआ है, एक्सीडेंटल तो नहीं. अभी जितना पता चल रहा है, प्रेमा फेसी जो बोल रहा है, ये इंटेंशनल एक्सीडेंटल नहीं है, इंटेंशनल लग रहा है. लेकिन एसडीपीओ ज्यादा नहीं बोला है, या एसपी भी स्टेटमेंट अभी नहीं दिए है. एसडीपीओ सिर्फ इतना ही कंफर्म किया है कि ऐसा ही ब्लैंक फायर किया है, 4 से 5 राउंड फायर किया है. और उनका नाम है गोपाल दास, एएसआई गांधी चौक आउटपोस्ट का. लेकिन एक्सीडेंट नहीं है, ये प्रेमा फेसी जो बता रहा है. क्योंकि अब दूसरा जो नवदास के साथ उनका भी एक कोई साथी थे, उनके हाथ में भी चोट लगा है. तो अभी तक जो प्राइमा फेसी बता रहा है, ये एक्सीडेंटल नहीं है, ये इंटेंशनल है. लेकिन क्यों इंटेंशनल एक पुलिस ऑफिसर ने फायर किया, ये अभी इंक्वायरी अंडर दी प्रोसेस ऑफ इंक्वायरी. अभी तो एसपी ने भी रिवील नहीं किया है, सिर्फ एसडीपीओ ने रिवील किया है कि एएसआई गोपाल दास ही फायरिंग किया है. 4 से 5 राउंड उनका सर्विस रिवॉल्वर से फायरिंग हुआ है.
ओके, ये अभी जो विजुअल्स दिख रहा है, विजुअल्स में ये दिख रहा है कि वो उनका शायद रोड शो चल रहा था. रोड शो के बीच में उन पे फायरिंग हुआ था. रोड शो के बीच में हुआ था और उनको गाड़ी में इमीडिएटली लेके गया था. क्या ये प्रोग्राम क्या था यहाँ पे, हमें क्या पता है?
निरंजन, देखिए जहाँ भी है उनका होम असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी है, झारसुगुड़ा है. वहाँ का वो विधायक है, वो तो मतलब स्टेट का हेल्थ मिनिस्टर है, और वहाँ का ही वो विधायक है, स्वास्थ्य मंत्री है वो. तो अपना टाउन से वो जा रहा था, जो एडजेसेंट कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी है ब्रजराज नगर, वहाँ एक पार्टी मीटिंग अटेंड करने के लिए जा रहा था. जहाँ गांधी चौक है वहीं फायरिंग हुआ है, और गांधी चौक में जो आउटपोस्ट है वहीं गोपाल दास डेपुट है. तो अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा था कि गोपाल दास के साथ नवदास का क्या था, पहले कुछ बातचीत हुआ था क्या, या कोई डिस्प्यूट था या नहीं था, इसलिए गोपाल दास उनको एडवांस फायरिंग किया. और अब पहले उसका कोई इंसिडेंट था या नहीं था, वो एसपी अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं. लेकिन एसपी रिवील नथिंग, अभी तक तो कुछ भी रिवील नहीं हुआ है. लेकिन एसडीपीओ जो है, सब डिविजनल पुलिस ऑफिसर है, वो इतना ही रिवील किया है कि गोपाल दास अपना सर्विस रिवॉल्वर से 4 से 5 राउंड फायरिंग किया है। अभी तक ये पता नहीं चल रहा है गोपाल दास क्यों फायरिंग किया, किस लिए फायरिंग किया, ये प्री प्लान था या एडवांस वो फायरिंग किया, अभी तक कुछ भी पता नहीं चला। ये अंडर इन्वेस्टिगेशन है, लेकिन अभी सीरियस कंडीशन में मिनिस्टर में झारसुगुड़ा हॉस्पिटल में है और डॉक्टर भी ये कोई मेडिकल बुलेटिन नहीं किया है कि डॉक्टर की मिनिस्टर की कंडीशन क्या है।
इनका ये जो दिख रहा है हमें, ही वाज शॉट इन द चेस्ट, चेस्ट पे शायद दिख रहा है कि चेस्ट पे हुआ है फायरिंग।
मैं आपको पहले से ही बता रहा हूँ कि ब्लैंक फायर हुआ है और चेस्ट में लगा है, तो इसीलिए वो सीरियस कंडीशन में अभी झारसुगुड़ा हेडक्वार्टर डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर हॉस्पिटल में है। तो अभी डॉक्टर ने भी नहीं बताया कि कंडीशन क्या है। कंडीशन तो सीरियस ही है, पहले से पता चल रहा है, विजुअल से भी पता चल रहा है कि कंडीशन सीरियस है, लेकिन डॉक्टर ने कोई मेडिकल बुलेटिन झारसुगुड़ा डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर हॉस्पिटल में नहीं बताया है कि कंडीशन क्या है, अभी क्या चल रहा है, ओटी चल रहा है, ऑपरेशन चल रहा है, कितना गोली निकाले उनके शरीर से, ये कभी पता नहीं चल रहा है। लेकिन ये पता चल रहा है कि अभी मिनिस्टर का कंडीशन आउट ऑफ डेंजर नहीं है, तो कंडीशन सीरियस है और अभी ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा है, जो पता निकल कर आ रहा है हॉस्पिटल से। निरंजन,
Odisha minister shot at. These are the first pictures coming in. Odisha minister shot at. Manoranjan Joshi of OTV is joining us. मनोरंजन जी, आपसे हम आपसे आपके साथ हम लाइव भी करेंगे अभी आपके न्यूज़रूम से। These are first pictures coming in. In fact, OTV is sharing those pictures with us. Manoranjan Joshi of OTV sharing all the details and the pictures as this Odisha minister. He's a sitting minister and he's been shot at. It's a big breaking story. There is no details available of why he was shot at, the motivation behind the attack, but it appears prima facie, according to reports and the local media reporting, that this was no case of accidental firing. No case of accidental firing. हमें मनोरंजन जी, हमें थोड़ा ये बताइए, ये मंत्री के बारे में थोड़ा और बताइए हमें, हमारे जो दर्शक है उनके थोड़ा और बताइए, जो दास है मंत्री यहाँ पे जिस पे अटैक हुआ है उनके बारे में और क्या पता है हमें। टेल अस मोर अबाउट हिम, द मिनिस्टर।
एक्चुअली अभी जो न्यूज मिला, इनको एयर लिफ्ट करने वाले हैं, एयर लिफ्ट